Hello and welcome to Relyence training on getting started with Relyence RBD. In this tutorial, we'll cover an overview of Relyence RBD, so you can start your own analysis. Note that details on entering or editing data in Relyence RBD will be covered in our next Getting Started with Relyence RBD video. To start, we are signed into Relyence and viewing the Welcome dialog. If you do not have this open, click the Help drop-down on the top right of your screen and click Welcome to Relyence. In the Welcome dialog, we make sure that RBD is selected using the module selectors on the left. We will be using our drone example in this tutorial, so we click Open Example Analysis. If we had already opened the drone example analysis and made any changes, we can easily remove all of the changes by clicking Revert Example in the sidebar, which is highlighted in the message that Relyence is showing. This is not necessary in this case, so I'll click Got It to clear the message. Now we have the sidebar on the left, the All RBD section to the right of the sidebar, and the RBD pane on the right side of the screen, which also includes the properties details. So our quadcopter drone example RBD is shown in the large window in the center. We can click to select the various blocks in this diagram and see the data associated with each block in the Properties pane on the right. For example, if we click to select the Motors block in our diagram, we see the Properties window has been updated to show the detailed properties for the motors. Note that Motors is a block that accounts for redundancy, where not all items are required to be working simultaneously for successful system operation. So its properties are different than non-redundant blocks and include more details than for non-redundant blocks as well. The two unique smaller blocks at the ends of the RBD are the start and end blocks respectively. The start block is green and the end block is red. These two blocks cannot be modified and are used to indicate the starting point and ending point of a successful path through your RBD. Additionally, Relyence supports powerful features to allow you to organize your RBDs and control their size. The All RBDs pane displays a list of all RBDs in this analysis. In Relyence, RBDs are designated by the name of the RBD, such as quadcopter drone, or the name of the subdiagram, such as chassis. We can have any number of RBDs and subdiagrams in our analysis. RBDs can be linked to other RBDs through the use of subdiagrams. Subdiagrams enable you to nest RBDs to make your diagrams easier to organize and maintain. The use of subdiagrams also enables you to reuse RBDs across diagrams. So you can define a single RBD, then link it as a subdiagram to more than one parent RBD if needed. To help with organization, the All RBDs pane displays the relationships between diagrams and subdiagrams and can be used to navigate through your diagrams. As mentioned in this example, there is one subdiagram, the chassis diagram. In the All RBDs pane, we can click Chassis as one way to view this subdiagram. This group of blocks represents our single chassis block of the parent quadcopter drone diagram. Another way to navigate to a subdiagram starts at the parent level. For example, I'll click to select the quadcopter drone main RBD once again. I can navigate to the chassis subdiagram by clicking the chassis block here in the RBD pane, and then in the Properties pane, I click Go to Chassis. So you can navigate through your subdiagrams using the All RBDs pane or the links in the Properties pane as you prefer. At any time, to go back to the main RBD, we can click the Go to Parent diagram link here in the Properties pane, or at any time you can select the main RBD or any subdiagram in the All RBDs pane. It is important to note that using subdiagrams to organize your RBDs and control their size does not change anything related to calculations. This feature is simply designed to allow you to break large RBDs into manageable diagrams to organize your analysis and also assist in reusing common logic sections of your analysis. Once you have completed building your RBD, or really at any time, you can perform calculations by clicking Calculate here in the sidebar. the Calculate RBD dialog appears. As you can see, there are many options available for RBD calculations, details for which will not be covered in this introductory tutorial. Descriptions of these calculation options are available in our Reliance Help topic, Performing RBD Calculations. For now, we'll leave the default selections and click Calculate. A progress bar will show the calculation progress, and the results dialog will appear when the calculation has completed. With the default calculation option selected in the previous dialog, steady state MTBF, several time-based results, and path sets were calculated. Note that we can view calculation results for the overall RBD or for individual blocks. The default results that are shown are the calculation results for the entire system, the quadcopter drone. Note the overall system results will also be displayed at any time if we select the green start or red end blocks in the diagram while the results diagram is displayed. To view the results for a single block, we simply click a block while the results dialog is displayed. For example, we can click and drag to move the calculation results dialog to a new location, and then, for example, click the motors block to see the calculation results for only this block. When we've completed our review of the calculation results, we can click Close. Note that by default, the calculated reliability of each of the blocks at the specified end time point is shown on each of the blocks in the RBD. Note at any time if you want to review the calculation results without running a new calculation, we click View Results from the sidebar. Before we look at some sample reports, note that path sets, which show success paths of an RBD, can be viewed within the calculation results, on reports, and highlighted right on your diagram as shown here with the red lines. In this case, this is a small, simple diagram, so the path set viewing is not as useful as it can be in larger, more complex diagrams, such as this example diagram, which is shown highlighting one of several path sets. You can, of course, find more details about path sets in the Reliance Help. Now finally, let's take a look at some sample Reliance RBD reports. We can generate reports for both our RBDs and calculation results. To generate a report of the RBD itself, while the RBD is displayed in the RBD pane, we click Report in the sidebar. The Report Options dialog appears. Here we can enter a custom report title, and also select if we want to show steady-state results. For now, we'll leave the default selections and click Report to generate our report. In a new browser window, Reliance generates the RBD report, which includes the title, the steady-state results, and the graphical image of the RBD itself. Here we can view the report further as needed, or use the print or export options. You can see we can export to various image types. And when we are done viewing this report, we simply close the browser tab and go back to Reliance. To generate a report of the calculation results, we click View Results in the sidebar, so that our report includes results for the entire diagram. We'll go ahead and click the Start block. And at this point, we click Report here on the Calculation Results dialog. The Report Options dialog appears. Once again, we can set a custom report title and select which results to include on the report. For this example, let's include only time-based results. So I'll go ahead and clear the Path Sets checkmark. And when I click Report, Reliance opens a text-based report of the RBD calculation results. We can review the report, choose to print it or save it. We can output to PDF, Excel, PowerPoint presentation, TIFF file, which is an image, or Word document. And when we're done viewing the report, once again we close the browser tab to go back to Relyence. And we can close our results dialog as well to return to our example analysis. This concludes this Getting Started with Relyence RBD overview tutorial. Thanks for watching. Please visit our website or contact us with any questions or to obtain pricing and purchasing information.